King Arthur's court, a place of noble knights and grand feasts, found itself in an unexpected predicament. On a New Year's Day, as the festivities were at their peak, a stranger rode into Camelot.
This was no ordinary knight. He was the Green Knight, a towering figure, emerald-skinned and bearing a mighty axe. The Green Knight issued a challenge unheard of in its audacity.
He would allow any knight to strike him once with his axe. But in return, that knight must seek him out in a year and a day to receive a blow in kind. Silence gripped the court. What knight would accept such a bizarre and likely fatal challenge?
Arthur himself, ever bold, was ready to accept, but Sir Gawain, the king's nephew and a model of chivalry, stepped forward.
He would uphold the honor of the court and face the Green Knight. His heart was heavy, but his resolve was ironclad.
Sir Gawain, with steady hands, accepted the Green Knight's axe. The Green Knight bowed his head, baring his neck. With a single powerful swing, Gawain severed the Green Knight's head clean off. A gasp of horror rippled through the hall.
But the Green Knight did not fall. He picked up his severed head, the eyes still glowing, and laughed. He reminded Gawain of their pact. In a year and a day, Gawain must find him at the Green Chapel to receive his due.
With a thunderous sound, the Green Knight departed, leaving the court to ponder the shocking turn of events. Gawain, true to his word, prepared for his quest. He knew the gravity of his promise. The year that followed was a time of reflection and training. He honed his skills and steeled his spirit for the perilous journey and the terrifying encounter that awaited him. As the year passed, the shadow of the Green Knight's challenge loomed over Gawain. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and finally the day arrived. With a heavy heart but unwavering resolve, Gawain set out to fulfill his promise, embarking on a quest that tested not just his physical strength but also the depths of his honor.
His journey took him through desolate lands, across treacherous mountains and into dark, forbidding forests. He faced storms, hunger and loneliness. Yet he pressed on, driven by the oath he had sworn.
Gawain knew that his true test lay not just in meeting the Green Knight, but in staying true to his word, no matter the cost. His quest was not merely about finding the Green Chapel. It was a journey of self-discovery. Every challenge he faced, every danger he overcame revealed the true measure of his character. He was not just a knight-errant, he was a beacon of courage and integrity in a world shrouded in uncertainty. Through his trials and tribulations, Gawain proved his mettle. He battled monstrous beasts, outwitted cunning creatures, and even faced off against a ferocious group of wild men. Each encounter refined his skills, tested his courage, and brought him closer to his destination. However, the most perilous challenges were not always physical.
I encountered a lord and his lady who offered me shelter and hospitality.
Unaware of Gawain's true identity, the lord proposed a game. Each day, he would go hunting and present his bounty to Gawain, while Gawain would remain at the castle and offer the lord anything he might gain. This game, seemingly innocent, became a test of Gawain's honesty and integrity.
The lord's wife, beautiful and cunning, tempted Gawain with her charms and gifts.
Gawain found himself torn between his loyalty to his host and the allure of the lady's advances. This internal struggle proved to be the most difficult challenge of all. The lord's wife presented Gawain with a gift, a green girdle said to protect the wearer from harm.
Tempted by the promise of safety, I accepted the girdle, but I hid it from the lord, breaking our agreement.
This act of dishonesty weighed heavily on his conscience, for it was in direct opposition to the chivalric code he held dear. When he finally met the Green Knight at the Green Chapel, Gawain was prepared to receive his due.
The Green Knight, axe raised, swung down, but Gawain flinched and the blow only grazed his neck.
The Green Knight revealed himself to be the lord from the castle, the entire encounter a test of Gawain's character. He had tested Gawain's courage, his honesty, and his loyalty.
Though ashamed of my moment of weakness, I had proven myself worthy.
He had faced his fears, resisted temptation, and ultimately learned a valuable lesson about the true meaning of honor. Gawain returned to Camelot, forever changed by his ordeal. He wore the green girdle as a reminder of his failings and his triumph.
I had faced my fears, resisted temptation, and emerged from the experience a better, wiser knight.
He had proven that true courage lies not in the absence of fear, but in the will to confront it, and that honor once tarnished can be redeemed through humility and self-reflection. The tale of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight became a legend, a story whispered from generation to generation, reminding all who heard it that the true measure of a knight lies not in his strength or skill, but in the content of his character.
My journey serves as a timeless lesson in courage, integrity, and the power of self-reflection.
It reminds us that the challenges we face, both internal and external, can be opportunities for growth, and that true honor lies not in perfection, but in the commitment to striving for it, even in the face of our own shortcomings.